Dude, I watched Gods and Monsters last night.
Sounds like an awesome title.
I don't know. Apple TV just got into like recommending like period dramas. I don't know why. I think I rewatched Amadeus, and then like, my recommendations were all like
The lady in Amadeus has some great breasts.
You know what?
I remember
you know what's
that.
crazy is I almost sent them to you.
I would have been really happy
because
to
I was
see them.
like, Stav would appreciate.
That's sweet.
I was like, Stav,
She has awesome taste.
I will answer truthfully any question that you put to me, and in return, for each answer, you will remove an article of clothing.
So, but I'm trying to escape
Thank
all
you.
the period drama recommendations.
Uh-huh.
And the first thing I landed on was Gods and Monsters. Which have you seen it?
No, I have not.
It's about the guy who directed Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein, who was like he was a homo.
Oh, shit.
But he was also a Frankenstein or a Nosferatu kind of guy?
No, he just happened to direct Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein, but it's like the end of his life. The movie's the end of his life, and he's living in his house. He doesn't direct anymore. And he just keeps trying to fuck like boys that come by the house.
You're one of my favorite all-time directors. Can't believe I'm meeting you.
That's awesome.
And before he can get any bussy, he has a stroke.
What? He never gets...
Yeah, so it opens in like this gay journalist comes by and he's like, for every question you want me to answer, it's Ian McKellen.
Oh, good.
Oh, so
he's
he
like-
is gay.
Yeah, he's like, I will answer any one of your questions, and for each question I answer, you will respond in kind by removing an article of your clothes.
Oh, it's Billy Madison studying scene.
Yeah, so he's like,
Wow.
then the journal, and this is supposed to be like 1957, and the journalist is like, so the rumors are true.
My life is a game of strip poker. Shall we play?
So the rumors are true then.
And he's like, just says Perez Hilton. And then like he gets him down to his underwear, and he was like, what was it like meeting George Cukor? And fucking Ian McKellen like just drops his cigar, and he's like,
No, he dies before he even gets to see
he's
cock.
having a stroke, and then and then he gets sweet on Brendan Fraser, who's the gardener.
Oh, nice.
Well, when you're through, feel free to use the pool. And we're quite informal here. No need to worry about a bathing suit.
And Brendan Fraser is like, he's like, I made friends with a director.
James Whale, right there, huh? What'd I tell you, huh?
And then, I guess this is back when he was hot. So Ian McKellen's
this is an old movie.
He's from '98, and he's like,
I was thinking
young
huge, fat Brendan Fraser.
No,
a
no,
young
no.
Frisch.
And it was like a mature gay relationship.
no,
That would have been nice.
No.
Yeah,
But I mean, listen, young Brendan
He's
Fraser
an
is a piece of
impressionable
ass.
boy.
it's funny because it's like it feels like from that era where you could just make openly gay movies, but it's before, it's the late '90s. It's kind of like the peak of like liberalism, I guess, to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Where it's like you can
The
show
Macarenas.
you can
fucking
show
going crazy.
homosexuality, but you can also show it in the sense of it like being this predatory old man that
Right, which is what it is.
yeah,
Most of the time.
and that didn't read. That would still seemed kind of libertine and
Right.
Like,
It seemed like, wow, this is awesome. that
Yeah.
We're giving these people... This is representation.
yeah.
How most gay relationships are old gay
Right.
predators.
Right. Whereas now, if you like show gay media, it has to be like sexless or a teen escaping their conservative family or something.
right.
Or, it has to be synonymous with being a victim
Yeah.
because that it represents like some kind of like moral purity.
You're overcoming something.
rather than it just being.
It can't be a
like-
guy that might as well be Harvey Weinstein, but he's gay.
For cock.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cock version of Harvey Weinstein.
So he's like, "Can I draw you?" And he's like asking to draw.
Have you ever modeled?
What, you mean like poster pictures?
Sat for an artist? Been sketched?
There's a scene in it that is one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life.
Nice.
Is because he has these strokes, so he's. I mean,
So he directed Frankenstein.
directed Frankenstein.
But he's gay,
Yeah,
is
it's a
the-
true
is the
story.
story.
James Whale, the director,
Nice.
and but yeah, so he has like Brendan Fraser sit for him. He wants.
Do
to
we
draw.
see Brendan Fraser's cock in the film?
No, you don't see his cock, but
Pass.
he invites
Pass,
Brendan
yeah,
Fraser
big
into
pass.
his art studio, and there's just like a picture of a man's penis on the ground.
That's awesome.
And he's like, "Did you paint all these?"
yeah,
You know? he's like, "He must be pretty famous." you know?
yeah.
Excuse me, but, are you famous?
And then he's like, I have to draw you or whatever.
I would pay for the privilege of drawing that head.
And it's just my head that you want to draw? I mean, nothing else?
And, he's not showing him the drawings. They're all just scribble or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, you just want to paint my face, right? I'm not doing anything,
I'm not doing any gay shit.
Yeah, he's like, that's all just my face. And then as soon as he sits down, he's like, oh, your shirt is completely wrong. You have to take it off. He's like, now, wait a minute, Buster. You told me it was just... And then he's like, don't be
He's like,
such a...
breathe into this rag.
He's like,
Clear.
literally, yes. He puts a gas mask on.
Really?
Yeah. But it's just a gas mask, and Brendan Fraser's like, get this thing off of me. And he's just sitting there naked at the end of the movie.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But then he's like, the movie's bizarre because he tries to bait him into killing him because he just wants to die or whatever.
Okay.
Oh.
Break my neck, come and strangle me, so you to choke the life out of me.
And then
But he wants a hot guy to do
The movie ends with Brendan.
Respect.
Yeah, he's like, I touched your cock and I kissed all over your body. How will you live with yourself? And he's like, what do you want from me? Yeah. He's like, kill me, break my neck. And then Brendan Fraser doesn't do it, and eventually he kills himself.
Oh.
And then the movie ends with Brendan Fraser showing his son Frankenstein. He was like, I was friends with the guy that made the movie.
What? This guy raped me.
Yeah. He's like, yeah. He tricked me into having gay sex with him, and then he killed himself. And the kid's
That's pretty cool,
kid's
Dad.
like, Dad, is this just one of your stories? And then it ends with Brendan Fraser walking off in the rain like Frankenstein. It's bizarre. It's a bizarre movie.
This studio was full of bare buttocks and pricks. Hard, arrogant pricks.
But there's one scene where he's like, Brendan Fraser is sitting for Ian McKellen. He's painting him again, and Ian McKellen's talking about how much better his life used to be. He's like, this place was filled with men, just with their pricks out hard, fully. And then
Just cut it out, okay? Isn't it bad enough that you've told me you're a fucking fairy, and now you gotta rub my face in it?
Brendan Fraser's just like, hey, cool it on the fucking homo shit or whatever. He's like, I don't have to take this. And he storms off and walks
That's
out.
awesome.
Fuck this! I can't do this anymore! From now on, I'm just a guy that cuts your lawn. Got it?
And then Ian McKellen is just going into stroke brain, and then he's fantasizing about the pool. And there's just all of these naked guys with their it's just a bunch of naked men, and he's crying tears of joy. There's all these young naked gay men playing this.
Honestly, I love this character.
Yeah, no,
He really
very
is
funny.
I know a real man like you would break my neck if I so much as laid a finger on you.
Then it's just Brendan Fraser going to the bar being like, I made a new friend the other day.
This is literally what I'd like my elder years to be, but with fat-titted women.
Yeah.
Gods and monsters.